What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm hesitant on this one, I am. But, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna really pre-frame everybody when I say this. Alright, we're coming back to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yes, indeed. How about that? Yeah. So, Stevie Ray Vaughan fans. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't even pretend. I can't even pretend. Here's the deal, folks. How should I put this? All right. Well, let me first tell you what we're doing. All right. This is a request from Richard W. Richard W. wanted to see me react to this song. It is Stevie Ray Vaughan doing Voodoo Child. Okay. Couple of things. Let me just get the easy stuff out of the way first. Have I heard the song before? Yes, I've heard the song before. I've heard Jimi Hendrix do it, and it's a fantastic song. It's one of my favorite songs from Jimi Hendrix. I love the song. Okay. I've never heard Stevie Ray Vaughan do it, so I'm really curious and I'm really intrigued. I have a feeling this is going to be good, but I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never heard it, so we're going to find out. Now, a lot of people are wondering, why am I being so hesitant with doing Stevie Ray Vaughan? I did a reaction to Stevie Ray Vaughan for Texas Flood. And for those of you that know me, that you guys know I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to be honest I'm going to give my honest thoughts, my honest opinions. I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's butt, and I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life, when it really isn't that amazing, okay? I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of reactor. I'm going to be real with you, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts. So, I did the reaction. Now, I heaped praise upon the man. I did. The guy, look, the man is a legend. He is absolutely legendary in the blues community, in particular the Texas blues community, which is actually one of my favorite blues styles. I love Texas blues. I also am very big on Memphis blues. I love both. Chicago style blues, it's kind of hit and miss with me. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. I'm not the biggest of it. New York style blues, not really, no. But I love Texas blues, and I fully acknowledge Stevie Ray Vaughan as being a legend, okay? The man is absolutely legendary, and I'm looking forward to hearing this. What I'm not looking forward to is all of the hatred that I got. All I did was mention two things. I said that I felt like the intro was a little overdone. I felt like the intro to the song was a little long. And I made a comment about when he took his guitar and he put it behind his back and he was playing with his guitar behind his back. And I just kind of chuckled and I said, there's a lot of people that are going to think that's difficult. And it really isn't. You know, if you know how to play guitar, like if you really know how to play guitar, you can play your guitar with your eyes closed. You can play with your guitar behind your back. It's really not that hard. It really isn't. If you know your instrument inside and out, which clearly Stevie Ray Vaughan does. And I even said that. I said, he must know how to play his guitar with his eyes closed because he's doing it behind his back. It's really not that tough. It's a nice little trick. It's a neat little trick, but it's not that difficult to do. You would not believe the hatred I got. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I was getting death threats against myself and my family. God, one guy said, I don't even have kids. One guy said, I hope your kids get cancer. And I'm like, I don't have any kids. But that's still beyond disrespectful. So I took the video down. I deleted it. You know, I don't need that kind of hatred. I don't need that kind of venom, you know, that poison, that toxin thrown at me, and I don't need that kind of crap in this community. So, you know, if it's gonna be that way, get out. So I'm gonna just be very straight with you all, okay? Now look, if you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But don't sit there and make death threats and stuff like that, because I guarantee you, if I see any of that, this video is getting taken down immediately. I'm not going to tolerate it this time. And, you know, the name calling and stuff. Guys, grow up. Seriously. So here's the deal. I'm going to do this reaction. I'm going to post it up. Now, like I said, you may not like what I have to say, but, you know, you're not going to be able to deny that what I'm saying is I'm being honest. You know, I'm going to give you my honest opinions. So that's the deal. You know, any death threats, any hatred, any name calling, anything like that, this video gets deleted immediately. So watch your mouths. The other thing I'm going to say is right now is I understand a lot of people are passionate about bands that they love. I know a lot of people are very passionate about artists they follow. And I know there's a lot of people out there who treat Stevie Ray Vaughan like a religion, okay? They really do. Stevie Ray Vaughan is their messiah. He is their idol. He is their second coming. I get it. If that's the case, you probably are not going to want to watch this video. I'm going to be straight with you right now, okay? So, look, if you're that kind of an individual, turn the video off. Because, honestly, you're probably not going to be able to handle people giving honest opinions and honest critiques, okay? So if that's the case, if you're triggered like that, turn this video off right now. I am dead serious. Just turn it off and save you and me the grief that comes later, okay? Seriously. Having said that, let's get to this. This was posted by SRVBRY, and the video has 1.9 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Oh boy. Are you ready? Because I'm not. We're going to do it anyway, because here we go. All right, here we go. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Voodoo Child, live in Nashville. Oh boy, here we go. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Perfect. I was about to say, just like I did in Texas Flood, I was about to say right about here would be the perfect time to come into vocals, and I was really hoping he wasn't going to overdo the solo. He didn't. That was the perfect spot to come in. Thank you. Taking a couple liberties from the original, which I can appreciate. I like it when people do. When it comes to doing covers, covers are tricky. Like, some people like covers when they play the song note for note, tone for tone, beat for beat, everything exactly like the original.
I respectfully disagree.
There are other people like myself who like it when people take the song, they pay homage to it, and they pay homage to the original artist, but they put their own little spin on it. They make it their own. They put those little changes in there. Or they'll even take the song in a completely new direction. But it's still recognizable. You still know what song it is that they're doing. I love it when bands do that. I love it when bands put their own little touch on classic tunes. And he did a couple little embellishments in the guitar, and I love it. I thought it sounded really good. I dug it. I know there might be some Jimi Hendrix purists out there go, he didn't play it exactly note for note the way it was supposed to be played. So what? I think it sounded fine. I loved it. I dug it. I absolutely dug it. All right, I'm really curious to hear how he's going to sing on the vocals. That's the thing that's going to do it for me is his vocals. Let's see how he does. Nice. The way he said hand. I love how he's pronouncing hand. I love how he's pronouncing hand. Chop it down with the edge of my hand. He's not putting a hard H in there. We're letting the my and the hand bleed. So my hand. It's so nice. That's awesome. I love how he's doing that. As a matter of fact, it's so good, I want to hear him do it again. No, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back and hear him do it again, we're going to go back and we're going to hear him do it again. I dug it. That gave me chills a little bit. All the pieces mess them out. A little different there. 'Cause I'm a voodoo child. 'Cause I'm a voodoo child. Here he goes again. Here he goes again, playing with the guitar behind the back. Now look, I'm going to say it again, and if people get pissed, I'm sorry, but you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. In order to do this, in order to play with your guitar behind your back like this, you have got to know your guitar, your instrument, inside and out, forward and backward, front to back, top to bottom. You have to, because you're not going to be able to look down at your strings while you're playing it, okay? You just can't. But if you know your instrument inside and out, forward and backward, front to back, top to bottom, the way that Stevie Ray Vaughan clearly does, you can do stuff like this. And the cool thing about it, doing this really is not that difficult. All you're doing really is swiveling it around behind your back and playing with your instrument behind your back. It's not hard, but it looks cool. And to everybody that doesn't know, everybody's like, oh my God, that must be so difficult. Believe it or not, if you know your instrument forward and back, inside and out like he clearly does, it's not difficult at all. It doesn't matter where the guitar is. It can be behind his back, behind his head, over his head, on the ground, in front of him, flipped backwards. You know, it doesn't matter. If you know your instrument front to back, you really know the instrument like the back of your hand, makes no difference at all. Is it cool to see? Yes, it's showmanship. That's where the showmanship comes into play. Is it difficult? Not at all. It really isn't. If you know how to play your guitar well, or if you know how to play your bass well, that is not hard at all. I can promise you that. I've done it. It's not difficult if you know your instrument inside and out, which clearly the man knows how to play. Obviously. So now, if people get pissed at me for saying this, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I've given him all the praise in the world, and he clearly knows his instrument. So if you get butthurt over that, me saying that what he's doing isn't that difficult, then seriously, turn the video off and go away. I'm serious. I don't need the views. I don't care if you subscribe. I don't give a crap. I really don't. I'm going to be me. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. If it hurts your feelings, get out. There's the door. See your way out. I am not kidding. You can leave now. Anyway, let's continue. This is a great performance. This is like... Get up on the mic and sing with it. Do it.
Yes! Sweet time. Give it back to you each and every day. I didn't mean to take a bullet, sweet time. Give it back to you each and every day. I want to see you in this world. See the next one. Don't be late.
I want to see how he transitioned. I wish they had shown how he transitioned back to playing in standard. Both videos now, they had him go behind the back and playing, but neither video showed how he got back around. I would love to see how he did that, because he did it so smooth. Behind, back, going behind. Oh, wait. Did he pull his hand through? Maybe it's because he pulled his hand through the strap and around. Okay, maybe that's how. That would be smooth. That'd be smooth. I'll have to experiment with that. Anyway, how did he do that? I wish they would show in the video how he transitioned back. Anyway, coming up and singing while it was behind his back, that was cool to see. I was hoping you would do that. That was cool. That was really cool. Big shout out to the drummer and the bassist. Big shout out to them. Holding it down on lock while Stevie Ray Vaughan just goes off and does his thing. I love that. That is a great rhythm section right there. When you have a bassist and a drummer who are locked in and are able to follow, because I get the feeling that a lot of what's going on here isn't quote unquote planned. I have a feeling a lot of it is freeform. So they got to, I mean, you can see it right here. The bass player just got his eyes locked on Stevie Ray Vaughan. And the drummer did too, for what I could tell. I mean, the angles of the drummer are not the best. You know, that upward angle, it's not the best to see what he's looking at. But I get the feeling he was watching Stevie Ray Vaughan for cues. You know, when's he going to come out of it? When is he going to go back up to the mic? Okay, here he goes. We got to come out of it and go. You know what I mean? So kudos to both of them, staying locked in with each other, most importantly, but more also locked in with Stevie Ray Vaughan as well, and watching him to know where we're going. So good on them. Good on both of them. Let's keep going here.
Cause I'm Voodoo Child.
That's how he does it. Okay. That's how he does it. He goes around the left. Okay. I thought he was going around the right somehow. And I'm like, how? You're going to get choked out by your own strap. No, he's going around the left. Okay. Now it makes sense. Now, okay. Okay. Now I can play with that. All right. When I did behind the back, I actually... I set up the bass so it would be behind the back before I even started playing, so I was kind of stuck there. I could never get it back because I had the strap rigid on my, I think I had it on my right shoulder, so I could get it around to the back like that, but I couldn't get it back around. Now I get it. Okay. So it goes in front of him on the left side and around. Okay, that makes way more sense. I'm so glad I watched this now. Now I know how to do that. Okay. Cool. I can start working that into our show. Cool. Yes, absolutely I'm gonna steal from them. Look, we're all thieves, okay? Every single musician. We have stolen something from somebody, you know, which is fine because later on down the road, somebody else is gonna come along and steal something from me. Let them. Good luck to them. I hope it works for them, you know? I don't care. No, look, it's no skin off my teeth. Doesn't bother me at all. Man, he did that one section one-handed. I'm sorry. I gotta go back. I gotta say it again. No! Look! Hey! I don't care, okay? It's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. Here it is, right here. I'm gonna go back a little bit more. Right here, I think he went one-handed. Yep. Again. So casual. Doing some real tasty stuff, man. I love his bends. I've always been a big fan of his bending ability. I don't know what gauge strings he's using. They've got to be lighter gauge. I'm positive they're lighter gauge. They're probably like 0.8s, like, well, 008s, I'm willing to bet. Or they could be 009s, but he's got to really put some force into those bends to make it happen because they're thicker gauge strings. But he's bending those strings, like getting like 2 semitones up. That's a full step. That is putting some serious crank on that pen to get that to happen. And he does it. And the thing is, he makes it look so effortless. Like everything he does, he makes it look effortless. And I love that. I hate seeing guitar players that, you know, go up there and they pretend like they do these facials, but it's like, oh, it's so hard to play, it's so hard to play. And meanwhile, in the back of their head, they're going, this is easy. This is cakewalk. I hate it when guitar players do that. It just annoys me. It's like, dude, come on. Who do you think you're kidding? Who do you think you're fooling? Now, granted, they're fooling like 90% of the people there that have no idea how to play guitar, and that's fine. But I mean, I'm sitting there watching them going, you're not kidding anybody, dude. That's the easy riff. Come on. You know, and then Stevie Ray Vaughan doesn't do that. He's just like, he's got like the most relaxed face and the most relaxed body posture. He's just like chilling, man. He's absolutely chilling while he's killing it on the guitar. I love that. I absolutely dig that about him. Anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Take on that wall. Oh, he broke the string. Oh! He broke his D string. Ah! That's the worst. That's the worst when you break a string on stage. That's the worst. It's like, okay, well, how I've practiced it for months and months and months, for years and years and years, is right out the window, and now I have to improvise and play the notes on a different string. It's brutal, but I mean, he's doing a great job. Look, he's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Of course he's going to do a great job. Come on. Anyway, let's keep going here. There it was, the break right there. Change that string.
Double trouble, thanks you. Don't forget Jerry's kids, okay?
Nice. Really nice. Yeah. He definitely did the song justice, no question. Let me gather my thoughts, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Stevie Ray Vaughan with Voodoo Child. Yes, indeed. That was a request from Richard W. All right. Before I give my score, I'm just going to reiterate a couple of things. Number one, I've heard the song before. Okay, so I'm not taking the song itself into account in any way, shape, or form. The original song, I'm not taking into account at all here. I am only taking into account Stevie Ray Vaughan's interpretation of the song, okay? How he did it, how he played it. I'm taking that into account, along with the performance, the showmanship, you know, stuff like that. So please keep that in mind. Number two, I am going to speak my mind. I am going to say what's on my mind, and I am not going to hold back. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not like 99% of the reactors out there who are going to sit there, blow smoke up your butt, and sit there and go, oh, this was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Oh my God, this is mind-blowing, and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. If you're looking for that, you are on the wrong channel. I'm going to be objective. I'm going to be honest. If something really did blow my mind, I will say it blew my mind. But I'm not going to sit there and pretend just so that you will subscribe. I hate that word. But I can honestly care if you subscribe or not. I don't care. If you do, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Okay? Give a thumbs up, thumbs down to the video. Doesn't matter to me one bit. I'm going to do what I do best, and that is be honest. So please keep it in mind. If you feel like what I'm going to say might offend you, then this would be the best time for you to see your way out the door, okay? Because I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to make no apologies for it. And if I offend you, sorry, but it's what I believe. So there you go. Last thing, if in the comments I see any name calling, if I see any death threats, if I see any hatred in any way, shape, or form towards me or anybody else in the comments, this video, just like the last Stevie Ray Vaughan video, will go the way of the dinosaurs and it will become extinct. I will delete it from the channel. I don't care how many views it gets. I don't care if it gets 20,000 views in a day. I don't care. I care far more about the safety and the comfort of myself, my family, and this amazing community that this channel has created. So please keep it in mind. If you want to keep this video up, you keep those kind of comments to yourself. All right? Cool. Having said that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that performance an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. This was a fantastic performance of Voodoo Child. It really was. Everything about the song sounded very similar to the original, but not exact. And I love that. I cannot stand it when bands cover artists, they cover other people's songs, and they play the songs note for note, pulse for pulse, beat for beat, tone for tone, exactly like the original. Unless you are a tribute band. Now, if you're a tribute band, that is what you're supposed to do. Then by all means do it, and you better do it well because you're paying tribute to that band by impersonating them. Now, if you're just like Stevie Ray Vaughan doing a cover of Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Child, that's different. If you want to put your little embellishments on it, you want to change it up a little bit here and there to make it your own, I love that, and I'm all in favor of it. And Stevie Ray Vaughan,
You kidding me?
Apologize!
try that again, right? What the hell's wrong with me? Stevie Ray Vaughan did a fantastic job of that, okay? He really did. He put his own little spin on quite a few places, extending the solos because he felt like it. Nothing wrong with that at all. I was really impressed with the intro. I was terrified that the intro was going to go too long. And I was sitting here going, when it got to about that minute and 15-second mark, I was thinking to myself, okay, he's back into the main riff. This would be the best place for him to go into vocals. Please tell me he does. And he did. It could not have been more perfect. Thank you. That was the perfect length of the intro. It didn't go on for 2 minutes. It didn't go on for 2.5 minutes. It didn't go on for 2 minutes and 58 seconds. It was, seriously, 1 minute and 21. Great length. Great length. Fantastic. I'm glad he came in where he did. I was geeking out how he said, chop it down with the edge of my hand. The way he didn't put the H, and the H was there, but it bled from my hand like that. I was like, yeah, that was awesome. That was outstanding. Dug that. The guitar work that he did was phenomenal, and I'm going to get to the guitar work, but I want to finish up with a couple of other things first before I geek out over the guitar work. His vocals on this overall were really well done. I was absolutely geeking out over the first 2 lines, I'm not going to lie. The rest of the performance on his vocals, really well done. Really well done. I didn't geek out over it as much as I did the first 2 lines, but what he sang great, okay? He did a great job on the vocals. Before I get to the guitar playing, I need to go to the bassist and the drummer. What a great combo. I know a lot of people have told me Double Trouble is one of the best, bass and drum combos, one of the best rhythm sections in the world, and I believe it. I absolutely believe it because, well, number one, Stevie Ray Vaughan is not going to play with a bunch of schlebs. He's not going to play with Joe Nobody and the Never Will Be's. He's gonna play with, who he thinks, in his opinion, is the best fit for him. And those two are rock solid. I would put them right up there as one of the best rhythm sections, along with the rhythm section from U2, the bassist and the drummer from U2, any day. They're both rock solid, tighter than a gnat's ass. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic with each other, locked in, watching Stevie Ray Vaughan for changes, ready to adapt and improvise along with him to fit the needs of the song that Stevie Ray Vaughan feels the song needs to go. So they're able to read him through his body language, posture, what he's doing. They're watching him for cues. They're watching him for entrances. When he starts moving up toward the mic, they know we're coming out of the guitar solo and we're going to get back into the main riff, and they adjust accordingly. So I give both of those guys all the praise in the world. They did a fantastic job, just like they did on Texas Flood. I gave them all the praise in the world on that too, but I'm going to give them even more here too. Now, let's talk about the guitar work. I don't know what type of strings Stevie Ray Vaughan used. I don't know what the gauges were. I'm guessing they were either 009s or probably 008s. The way that Stevie Ray Vaughan is able to get those strings to bend, I mean, good Lord, he is putting so much torque on those strings, and he's bending a full pitch up, or even at times, even a full step and a half. That's 3 semitones up. So it's a full step and a half. So he's going from like an A to a C on a single bend. Good Lord, you have got to stretch those strings out, man. when you're getting that kind of a bend. And he makes it look so effortlessly. He really does. And he always gets it right. That's the other thing that blows me away. Like, when he does his bends, he's never off. It's like he does the bend, and when you're bending strings, you're going through all these different scents, you know, of getting up to the semitone that you're trying to get. And there's like, what is it, 50 steps? I think it's 50 steps in between semitones. And it's right there. And it sounds so good. He makes the bending effortless. I love the part where he went one-handed towards the end, where he was doing the one-handed walking downs. And what impressed me was he did the walking down, and then he came up still one-handed and came walking back down again. The going up is tricky. The going down really isn't that tricky. You're just holding onto the guitar, and you're just, you know, hammering on and pulling off when you're going down. But going up, that's a little trickier, especially when your hand has to move, especially since the guitar, the way the guitar is positioned vertically. You know, going down's easy. Going up, not that easy. So that was cool to see. I already talked about doing the whole behind the back thing. I'm glad I watched this video because now I actually saw how he did it. So maybe now I can, rather than sit there and reposition my bass and, you know, swing it around on my right shoulder until I'm over here like that, maybe now I can just do like he did and go in front of the left. I never even thought about that. I don't know why, but I never thought about even trying it that way. But now I saw him do it, and maybe I'll incorporate it into my show. Yes, I'm going to steal it. Absolutely. Listen, we are all thieves. Everybody in the music industry is a thief. Everybody has stolen from somebody, and it's okay, because down the road, somebody is going to steal from us. And that's fine. I hope someone does steal from me, and they take it, and they make it their own. They have success with it. God bless them. Absolutely. And when they do it, and I watch it, I go, oh, I recognize that, and I'm going to smile on my face. You know, I'm not going to sit there and, you know, boo-hoo about it and, you know, threaten to sue. I made that up. That was mine first, because honestly, it wasn't mine first. It was someone else's. I just stole it from him, you know? So we're all thieves. I mean, it's fine. But I got no issue with it at all. I think it's fun. I think it's creative. I think it's fun to watch and fun to listen to. The last thing I want to talk about, the string break. That was fun. I'm sorry. Look, I know I laughed. I'm not laughing out of disrespect. I'm laughing because I've been there. I have broken more strings on stage. I remember one show we played. About halfway through the set, I broke my D string. And I was like, great, right in the middle of the bass. Wonderful. Now for those of you that don't know, I play 6-string basses. So losing the D string is kind of a big deal, but not really, because I have the A and the G. I can still play with those, okay? Fine, no problem. I'm playing along, and then my C string breaks on the very next song. So now I'm down to B, E, A, G. That's it. I have my B, E, A, and G, and I'm like, okay, I'm in trouble now. I'm getting upset. We get to the very last song, and we're playing, and I kid you not, we hit the last note, the very last note of the last song. I hit it on my E string breaks. I took my bass off, I threw it on the ground, I'm like, I'm done! I'm done! Stupid bass! It's a good thing our show was over. No, look, but I'm just laughing because I was laughing at that because not out of disrespect. I wasn't laughing at him. I was laughing because I can relate. I've been there. I've been in that position where you break a string and it's like, okay, you've practiced playing a song this way, using that string all this time, and now all of a sudden that string is gone. Now you have to improvise and adjust. Now, like I said before, it's like playing behind the back. If you know your instrument inside and out, forward and backward, front to back, top to bottom, inside and out, it should not make a difference, because you should be able to, on the fly, be able to improvise on another string. It's not that difficult if you know your instrument forward and back. I was just laughing because I've been there in that position, so I can absolutely relate to how frustrating it can be. No, overall, this was a really great performance. It really was. I'm glad I watched this for a number of reasons. Number one, most importantly for me, was seeing how he did the transition to behind the back. Now I know how to do it. I'm going to work it into my show. And then, of course, the string break was fun to see. I loved his vocals on this. It was fantastic to hear that. Now, overall, look, like I said, this was a great performance, and that is why it's getting a great score of 8.8. Now, if you're not sure about that, before you tell me that that is a bad score, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to take a look down below in the video description. You'll very clearly find my scoring system chart there, and you will clearly see that 8.0 to 8.9 is the grading scale for great. Just remember this, 8 is great. If I give anything an 8, it's great in my opinion, okay? Now, 8.8 is way up there. It really is, and it doesn't get much higher than that, so it's a great score. It really is. It's so funny. I gave Texas Flood, I think I gave it an 8.6 or an 8.7, and people lost their goddamn minds. They were like, that is the worst score you could possibly give it. I was like, no, I beg to differ. I could give it a score like I gave to Daughters, and I could give it a 0.6. That would be a terrible score, you know, or I could give it like a 2.3. That's a bad score, you know. I gave it an 8.7, I think. I think it was an 8.7 or 8.6, and people lost their ever-loving minds. So I'm giving this an 8.8. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and that's really all there is to it. People can disagree with me if they want. It's fine. They're entitled to their opinion, just like I'm entitled to mine, okay? So, in the comments, let's keep it clean. Let's keep it civil. Yes? Yes. Sounds good. 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base to become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.